That's my heart.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Fielded at the 7. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. On him quick, and they bring him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. And he gets this very close to that 1st. It's going to be 3rd and short to the 35.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Escapes the defender. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Liking it. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. And his first pass falls incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. At Crackle 80. Cougar 19. Check smash. Check smash.
Throwing from the gun. This one falls incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Check, 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 check. $60 Maverick. 60. Hurt, hurt. Ready, ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. Taken at the 2. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Darts out of the shotgun. A throw left side finds Johnson. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
On 1st down, here's Darts. Fits it through the middle. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Nineteen Charger, 19 Charger. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw now. He gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. It looks like the Giants got to that one.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They start out with a 3rd and 9. And air it out on 3rd. He's got a man left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They go right back to Tracy. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
Tracy will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They give it to him up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. The Giants take a 20-zip lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, we're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. McCole Hardman now on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, here we go. Ready,
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
got it, ready?
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go play action. Rolling out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there,
Let's go now.
he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Cougar 19. Panther Street.
On second down, Warren. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Stephanie. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that one's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Ready. Break.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Here we go. Street. Street. 18, Rattler, 18. Hey, check that. Street.
They're going to throw for it on 4th. It's caught by Wilson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Working quickly here.
10 yards on the play.
19, 18.
Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick Lion. Ready, right?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a gain of
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4-yard line.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go.
Come on. Hey, smash. 70 Timberwolf. Bronco 80.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Giants' 5-yard line.
Ready up. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Lions. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
He gets it again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals jump some of the lead off before the half. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you.
He's getting close, and they take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down. It starts. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The Giants using their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
First down. A gain of 1 yard. First down.
And play action with Dart. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. Shoots away from one. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
The throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They've got a man in motion. Dart going to throw again. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get more points to end a lopsided first half. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Hardman with a return. And this manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
2. 60 Vices. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon 60.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break.
Here we go. Here we go. Mustang 19. Go street.
Go.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Warrior 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Fielded at the 7. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
22-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. It's a gain of 22. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They'll run here on first down. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
Cowboys!
It's 7 inches.
Ready,
They give it to him again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense to the line fast.
19 Tiger.
Brings up 2nd and
70
7.
Lions. Let go.
Another carry for him. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Played it over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Going for it with Warren. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Nothing like a little suspense on 4th down over there on those sidelines as everyone waited to see just whether or not he got the first down. Some of these running backs, okay, they just have a nose, just have a feel for exactly what it takes to move those chains.
They go play action on first down. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings it in. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game.
14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
First and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, here's Starks. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
80. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Connecting on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Offense up to the line
Second
fast.
and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Bronco 80. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
70 Lions. Here we go.
First down. Play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal, 18.
Dropping back to throw. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And they get to him and tackle him on the return, but will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. Well, no surprises here. They decline that holding call, and they're going to hang on to that interception. Hand off to the back. And he's out of bounds after a gain of about 8, so nice pickup there, 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Back-to-back carries here. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
19 yards. First down, New York.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
That's going to tuck it and run. Again, he's got room. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the interception into points. One right down the middle. And the Giants grow their lead yet again.
42. Cardinals 14.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Has this at the 6. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back.
30-yard line.
Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season.
Ready? Viking, 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 23 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. The Cardinals have it, 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set it. Let go.
Here's a throw. Back quickly to Wilson. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That one goes for 31 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the jump. Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70, go.
From the red zone on 1st. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about distraction and color. And as much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Back to the well again. Look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. Has a hole left, room to run. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's the one back on the handoff. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments and flashes of greatness like that that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He dodged the tackle. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Finds him over the middle. And this is through the midfield strike and onto the Giants side of the field. Dose of the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
It's a design boot. Has it downfield working the left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Sticking to the air here. Completed to his running back. Nice move. He's got some running room. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. A gain of 15 there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Cowboy 80.
On first down, they'll run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry.
Working quickly here.
Down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Dragon 60. Let go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Desperation time here. This one's caught. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
19. Sorry.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Giants getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Same guy, same results. He's bottled up for a 2nd time. That's going to bring him to 4th down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. He'll start from the 39. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw. It's a screenplay to Warren. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. You've got to keep moving quick here.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
For a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Working on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. How about 29 yards on first down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space. Your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire. That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of the field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
And the Giants come up with that kick. They're going to hold on for the victory in this one. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on